My name is Danielle. The medical side of me is I have kidney disease. So I had a kidney transplant that lasted about a year before it failed. And then recently, in June of this year, I had another kidney transplant. I got my original kidney transplant when I was in the beginning of my freshman year of high school. I didn't really understand the importance of medication. I didn't have a very strong support system, and I just stopped taking them. My immune system kind of like woke up and started attacking the kidney, and it died. Either way, I always had to take medications. The way I would normally keep track of them is just like I have a piece of paper on my wall that says my medications list, and pieces of paper don't remind you. Before and after transplant, they say, hey, these are the medications you'll have to take, this is what they do, but it wasn't something that's repeated a lot. It's kind of just like, did you take your meds? And I'm just like, oh, well, yeah, probably. With Medisafe, I have actually set alarms to remind me like, hey, you have meds coming up. So I have them with me, and then Medisafe reminds me to take them on time.
We first met, we were in the same orientation group. We ended up like getting to know each other. We were introduced. She's biochem and I'm social work. So it's like, oh, what do we even have to like talk about? But sometimes it's just about like staying up to date about like work and our lives. And
we also go out a lot together. We like the local museums. We go to places like Faneuil Hall, like very Boston-y things. I use the MedFriend feature where, Emma's my MedFriend and she reminds me to take my meds if I haven't checked off in a certain amount of time that I have taken them. All my medications are time sensitive, so that matters a lot. And I'm supposed to take my meds at 9 to 9, and it's 9 o'clock, but 15 minutes will pass, and I'll be like, yeah, 15 minutes is no big deal. But then like another 15 and another 15. So Emma will text or call me, and she's like, girl, did you take your meds? And I'm like, oh Jesus, no, I didn't. So I'll like run back to my room and get them.
I think that's so important because just by like having someone where you're like, oh, can you be the person who gets notifications if I don't take my medication?
Yeah, I think like it's kind of a fun feature and kind of normalizes medication, like at least within my friend group. Me and Emma kind of jokingly scream, "Did you take your meds?" at each other. We have a lot of inside jokes apparently because we spend so much time together. I do recommend it to all of the other medical personnel that I see who ask me how I'm doing with medication adherence every time. And I'm just like, I'm doing great because this app. Please recommend it to your other patients because it's fantastic and it has really helped me.